They now look to hold on to control up in heaven. There's 3 players tucked up there.
God.
They have the potential to play off some of this breach utility when the stun comes back up, but Fearoth is in a lot of trouble. And with him going down, the wall has disappeared. They're going to fight for the other side, and that's where they run right into a patient Sugar Zero with a great lurk out here and 2 kills. That should be the round in the bag.
Yeah, good luck to Mystic, that is all I'll say. He does manage to get himself one with the Molotov, but I don't think it's really going to matter with the amount of time on the clock. Now,
doesn't have a ton of experience, and certainly when I was on the roster, not an agent that we would typically put him towards because there's a player like Hype there who will typically take this role. That's a great opening duel by ZETA coming through. It's going to cause a couple of problems, right? Losing one of those weapons early on. When you invest like this, you really got to find the ground right off the bat, and they're being pushed back from A main again and again, and the drop down has not yielded any better results.
Yeah, considering how much was invested into this round, it looks like it's almost going to work as well as an eco would have. A Prime Gaming flawless round when your opponent...
Oh, that boombot has just gone right past them. They had no idea that they were waiting outside. Mystic going to be taken down after just the one. Got to deal with Crow on the way through. A couple of whiffed shots. It got dangerous. Oh my god!
What? All right, Hiver. That's one way to enter the server with a couple of headshots right off the bat. And he's looking for a little bit more. Doesn't quite manage to finish off Sugar Zero. And now they're starting to question if maybe the spike's starting to go back in the other direction. It's yet to make it to the site, but FNATIC are taking their time.
And they've got the perfect players left alive for this. And look, Fearoth's already put his wall down on B early rounds, so that's not going to be in play for them. But Snakebite's still online, breach utility for Boaster, and the ability to get this spike planted. They flip this round into their favor now. The only downside being just how low Fearoth is. It's got to be a big round from Boaster on the site. If he goes down, this round is basically done. See that utility coming online now. The stun as he moves in towards main. He's just crossed over. What a shot! Down to the 1 versus 2, and Sugar Zero, the man with the flank in the previous round, the lurk that got them a bunch of kills. Nice snake bite down, but he's gonna get it halfway at least. Look at the HP though, 45 left. Pushed out by the utility now. They know he's not defusing. They'll wait for him to go over and tap it. You'd think, no, Boaster's in the open, and he's taking the kill. That is the round for FNATIC. And look, Tom, you know, 2-1 might not look strange. They've typically started to push up main and take those fights. This time they decide against it, having been caught and figured out in the previous, I assume. Here comes the Stim Beacon, the ultimate as well. Is that about to go down? Are they preemptively putting it through? This could be a very interesting execute.
Instead, they're looking to put pressure onto Depp. He's left completely isolated. The rest of the team have, however, completely rotated in towards A. So this is basically a stack up for ZETA. They've got a good opportunity and already 2 quick kills coming back through. In fact, make it a third. It's left all onto Mystic. You were talking about holding the ult. Well, I don't even know where you'd use it at this point to try and get back in.
It's about trying to take this space to get the orb for Hyber. They can then maybe try to blitz into a site with a Rolling Thunder and Showstopper if they were to have that opening duel. They've got it with a nade! Sugar Zero's gone down, rightful to be retrieved. Mystic really wants it. He's running forward to the site. The snakebite will slow them for a moment, but they keep on getting kills.
Yeah, Magnum just got one with a classic as well. This is already such a peculiar round. It's the non-weapons that are actually doing most of the work, and because Hyper got one with the nade, it's actually given him the showstopper as well. Now Fearoth comes through, and I don't know. Like it seems like ZETA are doing the hard work and then losing the rounds that should be a lot simpler to weird spots.
Yeah, so far this game hasn't gone exactly how you'd expect it. Maybe ZETA can get out with a clutch, though, and put us back on track. Unlikely. Depp already on the side.
Still only as a classic. This fight from Magnum, he can't really do anything. He's waiting for the aggression of his teammates. A good trade, but Depp still standing. They've already put something onto the spike, and Hyber, while he hears the steps behind. This man's aim has been on point so far this game. Yeah, and they should have the warning system as well, telling them there's someone coming in from behind. With the clearance of depth, sure, they have to be a little bit careful, but at this point, there should be somebody watching that flank and knowing that they're coming in from behind. And there's going to be Fearoth, already a multitude of members in that direction. He's got to be careful. Doesn't want to get caught out by the nade. Just uses utility to hold the bag. The flash. What's just happened from Sugar Zero?
Yeah, you know, we complimented this guy on his lurks. Maybe he should shoot people from behind. That wasn't too fun of a fight to watch, but somehow they've come back into it again. It's just a ludicrous game so far. The showstopper puts them into a decent spot. Rolling Thunder answered back, though. That's a good ult burned up by FNATIC already. ZETA can be pretty happy with Magnum going down. They're looking for the side boasters up top. He's got one, but now he's in trouble. Took behind the box, he'll swing out, and Crow will find him. A fourth round goes to ZETA.
Has found another jewel. Now they can't quite get the spike onto the site. They're waiting for the screen to come back up so they can plot a little bit of a ballsy position, and the spam is actually going to push him away. Now there's only 25 seconds left, and they're going to have to wait again if they want to put the screen back up.
And they have to. There's no way that they can just wide face out into these angles. They know exactly what they're up against in terms of weaponry. I think they're going to pop a little bit of utility here, get themselves out. No, that's the shot through the wall. Boaster, Mystic, Fear Up, they all go down, and Magnum's got to clutch it. No time and no health left. Nice shot out of Laz.
They've got the information in the other direction. The flash just doesn't blind him at all. Now Hyber's going to try and at least trade it out, but he dissipates before he could actually land the showstopper. Ultimate completely wasted, and now 10's even wrapped around from behind, just leaving 2 players remaining for FNATIC. They are being slaughtered by one man and his op.
Well, at least they've got the site control, but even the plant might be difficult to secure. The nade comes through, but it's a shot from Sugar0, and he comes in at the final hour, just barely denying that defuse. And we're only going to be exploring the real solutions from this point forward.
Nade already, just to try and deny the taking of the orb. They have managed to get at least onto the site, but again, it looks like just setting up for a retake. It's something that ZETA have done fantastically well. And that was just the animation of the plant that saved his life. Magnum, however, has taken an awful amount of damage, and, well, Laz is just trying to clear some of these closer corners and make sure that weaponry's not going to do anything.
Saw him instantly swap over to the Headhunter too, ready to take the duels. Depp up close, good flash, and a great delivery from Depp. The defuse underway, half already. Orbital strike takes down 10. That's at least a good start for FNATIC, but they have the man disadvantage, the weaponry disadvantage, and now they can't even get near the site to deny the defuse. 7 rounds as expected for ZETA. Little bit of damage, a lot of damage actually coming out of FNATIC. They even get another kill onto Depp. I swear, I think Depp might have spent like 7K. I think Depp might have dropped him. I'm not sure, either way. FNATIC are on the way, they're blitzing into B. Look at this. And how is he allowed to do that? And Sugar0 takes advantage of the chaos for a double. FNATIC are falling apart at the seams here. ZETA completely tearing them to shreds. And it's the same play. It's the same guy again and again, just given so much space.
Well, yeah, the fact is the whole play there was that he was going to dive through the smoke, catch one, and, well, disappear. But he didn't need to disappear. There was nobody ready for that sort of push. Not expecting him to just disrespect the utility. And again, we find ourselves in the same spot where FNATIC have 45 seconds. They have the spike, but planting it is impossible. ZETA are just not moving. They're just going to sit back and basically allow them to try and go for that plant, and then they'll go for the retake, knowing exactly where the remaining players are, even trying to deny them. Now, I like the cage. It almost fakes that there's someone planting within it, and they've at least managed to get themselves the afterplant, Mitch. But with no utility left, and no ultimates, this is going to be impossible. Yeah,
look, it's come back to it again and again. We're in these positions for FNATIC where they're getting to the site. They're doing the hard work. So in this moment, I look at Fear-Up.
He's just dancing.
He's got his orb still up, and you're kind of going to need that if you do play any sort of a post plan, if you try to leave the site and use your snake bites against them. But, oh, this is nasty. Waiting this long for Magnum. They shouldn't be expecting it. The pistol was watching it, but Laz eventually goes up the rope, and that's when Magnum strikes. Good repositioning from Boaster, really being the bodyguard there for Fear-Up, spotting them as they move on through. With this Viper's pit still up, it's so easy to close out. They're coming into the B side, and they have found it completely open.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, a few players holding onto the cross, but I think they're just going to have to try and face this one in the retake. Plenty of time to get the spike down and planting open towards tree as well. If they can just all fall back, it's going to be really difficult for FNATIC to try and clear because everybody else is coming through the spawn.
I mean, this aggressive wall out of ZETA gets them so much control, but they're pushing past it, they're pushing through it. Depp, he manages to hold on to control. That is fantastic. Up goes the orb, he's on his way back. No, it's not, he's on his way forward. Depp will not be stopping. He's tucked himself up on the box, and this position's going to be hard to clear out. They have stunned him up at least, and now they've gunned him up too. ZETA still with the man advantage. Headhunter in play, Laz not able to connect the shot. Well, not pulling them out, but Boaster's dropped, and this is starting to look like it's done and dusted. Magnum really against the clock on this one, halfway diffused already, with a pre-fire from Sugar Zero on point. There's so much importance on control. Look at these three players stacked up. They've made the right read, at least over on FNATIC. Stun lands, though. That's taken Hyber out of a couple of these fights. Again! But he's back in, quick double. Reload off, but he's not able to follow up with the kill. Down to just Crow. Low HP. He's going to try to flush Fearoth out of the corner. Classic in hand, but Fearoth gets him.
Even half the amount of nade kills.
Good position by Hyber here. He's got teammates to back him up as well. Mystic going down's a little scary, but it doesn't end up costing all too much. The 2 kills, bare minimum for ZETA. They're 10-5, though, in the lead. Now they look towards the site. 10, dropping down the nade to at least seize the control, and it looks like ZETA might be able to land this plant. Pushed out by a little bit of utility, but that Cosmic Divide surely secures it.
Yeah, I think also the Aftershock just went into the default box, so it hasn't done too much more. Hyber just goes straight through, but it doesn't connect. The curse of the Showstopper, and now leads it back into a 3v3. 2 players remaining for either side as Boaster just holds. Maybe expecting a little bit of aggression. Instead, just waiting to see if Depp actually comes through the other side. This patience could play out for him, but he's actually gone back into the other smoke. But now that fades as well. It's left all onto one man. Sugar Zero with the timing will get himself back. And now it's on to him versus Boaster.
Shut up and let me work.
Oh, the time's already too low. Sugar Zero played that perfectly. Even though he goes down in the end, I don't think there's anywhere near enough time. Boaster won't even get out of there alive by the looks of things.
Camera taken out.
That's a good point, isn't it? Sort of processing that, taking that in.
They lost so many players that they can't afford to buy, and FNATIC can, and Fearoth just waiting. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, the eco coming in after winning a round.
I've seen it in ranked, and there's normally someone that's pretty angry about it because he's bought a rifle, but can I just say, I love it. 11-5 in the lead, and you make that call to play like, hey, just give him a round. Give him a round, who cares? And with someone like Laz running around and 10 going on site with the bookie, there's potential. But you know, okay, 9 times out of 10, we probably lose this round, but who cares? We'll be 11-6, and then we'll get a strong buy. We'll have all our ultis, or a lot of our ultis coming online. If I'm not mistaken, I think 10 might have been 1 away from the Showstoppers, so I think I'll have it online for next round, or at least very close to. I'll put them in a great spot. But what I was going to say was we had Hyber got so unlucky with that Showstopper, man. The fact that 10 blast packed away, because he tried to fire it between 10 and Crow.
Oh!
What the?
Oh, no. It can't come down to this. Already a couple of kills coming up, and anything more than this is, well, it's already damaging, but it could be awful. Wow! Sugar Zero.
And it's going to be the A side open.
Now, I will say
you're smart.
They do have themselves a Rolling Thunder, so they might have just given it up for that exact reason. But even still, ZETA have gone through expecting there to be at least somebody here. And, well, they haven't managed to actually clear out the Viper Spear. In fact, the FNATIC players push deeper just to avoid that ultimate.
But now they've got to fight back into the site, right? And you got a Viper's Pit on the other side coming up. That was a really close step to the Viper's Pit. That could have been dangerous. Look at 10. Oh, guy goes down. Fearoth just about catching him. This gives a lifeline to FNATIC to fight their way back in, but look who's behind. Laz with a quick kill, and he's going to stick around. He's got that tour de force, looking to take them down. Sugar Zero popping off on the site. This is ZETA's round. 3 kills and a judge to close it out. 12-6.
He's on the wrong side. Yeah, they're taking this very seriously. Regimented on the ZETA side. They've been like this throughout the entirety of the map, though. They don't want to give this man a hope in hell of bringing this back. And, well, yeah, a 1v5 on the site. They're going to have to try and reset and bring this into the next one. We are heading to Icebox. There is absolutely nothing that Magnum can do.
Even a kill or 2 here would be inconsequential. He had to ace it, had to defuse. 13-7. A damn impressive game played out by ZETA here on map number 1. Fracture is now theirs, and they are one step closer to surviving, to getting their win on the board here in Reykjavík.